Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Digital Media Sync. It is Tuesday, July 27th, so it is the last Tuesday of July, not the last day, but it's the last Tuesday of July. And we have been running a series that we've been working with the library, the New Haven Free Public Library, Ives Squared, and we're going to be talking about that partnership pretty soon. They have online tools that are available for entrepreneurs and nonprofits and also creatives as well. So we'll be talking about that and one of the actual tools. But in the meantime, what I'd like to do is just tell you a little bit about what's going on here at Known. So I'm actually here at Known Coworking. We are at 139 Orange Street. It's the Palladium building, and you should read about the history of the Palladium building. It's pretty interesting. You can probably get some of that history at the library. So I'm in the media room. So we have a green screen here and lights and camera and that sort of thing. And we also have co-working and dedicated desks, offices, and on Fridays we actually have happy hour networking, and that's from 3 to 5. So a lot of people have been coming through on Fridays, whether it's the whole hour or the whole 2 hours or just a little bit of time coming in to say hi and to talk to people. So it's really nice to have that available to us again. We also, I wanted to let you know that we are starting our second cohort at the end of August, and the application for that cohort is up and running, and I put that in the chat or in the banner, so I'm going to grab that right now and show it. So that's it. It's www.nhvknown.com, Knownpreneurs. And this is a cohort that is specifically for the BIPOC community. We had a cohort that ran from January to April. It's a 16-week mentorship and training cohort for minority-owned businesses in the greater New Haven area. It's free. The program starts August 31st and ends December 14th, and we do have time for holidays as well. And we are very grateful to be sponsored by the Community Foundation for Greater New Haven, CT Next, and New Haven Innovation Collaborative. We'll be posting about our mentors, our instructors, and the curriculum very soon, but there's already a bit of information up on the site. So think about that being available to you as well. We still have our online programming. So there's the 3 online programs. There's this one, of course, the Digital Media Sync, and we've been doing this more than a year now. I haven't checked, but I think I have over 50 episodes available. We also have Pivot Talk, where we talk about changes that have to be made in businesses. We did a lot of talking about how changes were made because of the pandemic, but there's also, other types of scenarios as well. And then we have Connection Corner. So actually, Connection Corner, we have an episode tomorrow, and Barb Nangle, who's the community manager and also has been coming into the office, will be talking with Fred Welch, and we're going to be talking about the top 10 reasons why business loan applications fail and how to avoid them. So Fred Welch is with the CEDF, CEDF, and he discusses the top reasons why business loan applications fail and how to avoid those mistakes. So whether you already know of the Community Economic Development Fund or not, you'll want to catch this episode with Fred Welk. In this episode of Connection Corner, Fred will discuss the top 10 reasons business loans fail, the services provided by the CEDF, and other helpful tips for small businesses. If you don't know what the CEDF is an independent, nonprofit, mission-driven Connecticut economic development organization. Provides loans primarily to low to moderate income communities and predominantly low and moderate income small business owners who are not able to obtain bank financing. Borrowers are supported with business advisory services as well for the term of their loans and wide array of business education programs. So there are a lot of business programs out there. We have, and then there's also CoLab, who we also partner with, and CoLab is going to be starting another cohort soon as well. So look at, if you have business ideas, the library is available, CoLab is available, Coworking is available. So there's a lot of resources that are out there for small businesses, and so known is one of them. Okay, so hopefully what I will be doing is I will be bringing Celeste on board in just a moment. So we've been doing this digital tools, the New Haven Free Public Library Ives Square digital toolbox for the past couple of months. So this, I believe, is the 4th in the series. I'm going to look this up. I'm actually going to put the link. Whoops, I just X'd it instead of. Give me 1 second here. This is the one thing about being live is you just have to go with the flow, no matter what's happening. So instead of copying and pasting, I did X to get to the digital tools. Oopsies. So I'm going to create the banner right there. So this is where you can sign up and where you can also see all of the classes or the webinars that we have. So we worked already through SEM Rush. We talked about the Gale Business Plan Builder. That was pretty amazing. This was something that I didn't even know anything about at the time. And now, hopefully, what we're going to be doing is talking about Mergent Intellect a little bit. So I'm going to bring Celeste on. Good morning, Celeste.
Good morning.
How are you? Good. How are you today?
I'm out of breath. So I had to run upstairs. I had like a ton of issues, but we are here. So
we are here. We are good now. Yay. Good.
Thank you for having me again. I'm really happy. And it's great all the stuff that you were saying about the Gale Business Planner. It's funny because after I did the presentation, I got like 4 people coming to the library and working on the business plan. So I was able to help them, and I'm actually walking through the business plan, and they have another appointment to come and to keep working on it. Yes.
That's great. Yeah, I think that if we can take a minute to talk about, I know when we were getting ready and I was kind of doing my, kind of housekeeping, so to speak, administrative, what's going on with stuff. Just the fact that, knowing that there are resources out there for people who have ideas, who want to start a company, who are entrepreneurs, who want to become business owners, who are already business owners. And I was saying, I wish, and I had said this, a couple of weeks ago when we were going through this, I wish that I had known about that resource when I was doing my own business plan. However, the thing is even if you do have a business, you can revisit that business plan and go through the Gale business plan platform. So.
Yes. Plus, I mean, having the business plan and having a platform where you can update it time to time is very important, because it's kind of like a resume. Things change over time, and then you add things. The management can be different, the marketing can be different. So it's good that if you can keep updating your business plan as you go, maybe every year, every 6 months, every 2 years.
Yeah.
It's really nice to have it in one place, in like a platform that you can just adjust things.
Right. So we're going to be talking about another platform now, correct? And it's called Mergent Intellect.
Yes.
And this one, like, I knew, okay, so the Gale business plan platform, I kind of knew what it was. I didn't know how robust it was, and it was like a really nice surprise and everything. This platform, I don't know anything about, so I'm going to be learning just a lot with everybody else.
Yes. So just to give you, before we share the screen and stuff, so Mergent Intellect is one of our like it's a robust and very powerful databases, because it includes a lot of millions of like private companies, public information, 200 million residents, local businesses. So you can find a lot of information in this database, including demographics, census, and these different search types. Like you can do an advanced search or regular search. So I'm going to be showing you everything, but it's one of the most powerful, and it kind of get along with when you're doing the business plan and you get to the part that you had to do a market research, you can actually use Mergent Intellect to find your market or your competition.
Yeah. Okay. So this is going to be, again, a lot of information, because this is something that you're going to need as a business. And I know quite often what I hear people say when I ask, who is your competition, or where do you think your target audience is? And so it's usually like, my target audience is everybody and my competition is nobody. And that's just not true.
Okay. So here we can do a lot of research, and we can get into detail at the point that sometimes it's kind of a little bit creepy, because you can find a lot of information. Like I searched myself a couple times, and it's like, oh my God, like there is like all my old addresses, all my connections to other people. Like it gets a lot of detail.
Oh boy. Okay. Are we ready? Are we ready to go?
We're ready. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So we're here in the New Haven Free Public Library website. Just to let everybody know, we are open. So we open in Monday, Tuesdays, 10 to 5:30, and Wednesday, Thursdays, 10 to 8, and then Fridays and Saturdays, 9 to 5. So every time you need anything, I mean, you can come in, and in terms of the business consultations or resources, or to find more about the databases, you can just call us, email us, or come to the library, and we can set an appointment with you. Okay, so how we access to Mergent Intellect? There is 2 ways. I'm going to show you the 2 ways as well. You can go here where it says, how do I, and then you go to the e-resources. And the 6 here will be Mergent Intellect. I like to go from the digital toolbox that is actually in Ives Square. But it's nice to know that there's like 2 different ways to access. So if you go to For You, then Ives Square, we have this page here where it says Digital Toolbox. And here is where all the databases for creatives, entrepreneurs, and nonprofits got gathered in one place. So that's what is very nice. And here is Mergent Intellect. So we're gonna click. And here we have some information. So it's basically a big database that includes more than 100 million private US, Canadian, and global businesses, and more than 6,000 companies, over 2 million residents and local businesses, and with previous addresses and allowing for reverse telephone lookups. Who is this for? Entrepreneurs, nonprofit, investors, researchers, community organizers, and advocates. How we can access to the database? So I'm here. There is a password, a username and password. You don't need a library card to access, but you need to access through the library. So that's very important to know. And it used to be only to be able to access here at the library, but now you can access from home as long as you can access, you come from the website, from the New Haven Free Public Library website. Okay, so I'm gonna click here, access to Mergent Intellect. And this is how the main page looks like. So there's a lot of stuff that we can do here, but I'm gonna show you little by little. So you can search by company, you can search by like a business owner, executive, industry, or new US business. We're gonna practice a search and I'm gonna show you how it looks like. I just wanna scroll down here and I can show you a little bit more things that you can do. So there is an advanced search where you can refine the search in various ways. There is a learning center. So this is kind of like I'm showing you right now, but is from Mergent Intellect. And there is like short videos, like 2-3 minute videos that can help you or guide you through some search or some other things that you can do in the database. So I recommend them. Residential search. Here you can actually access to just people or residents in like your neighborhood, who lives like across the street from you, all sorts of things. First research also offers like reports by industry and demographics. This is nice because you can actually access to, let's say, a town, and you can email to you a report with all the demographics. And the last one, customer data, that I also like a lot is the individual lifestyles, hobby, and habits that they might have. So it looks like a lot, but I'm going to show you little by little everything. So we're going to go back to here, to the research company. And you don't need to know, like, if you're not sure, like, what type of company, like a specific company that you want to look for, you can also look for like a industry. So you can say restaurants or food or manufacturer. So we're going to search something. Let me see if I want to make sure I don't forget anything here. Administration profile. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So let's say, for instance, Julia, you have like a company in mind that you would like to maybe research. Yes, Julia is there.
Let's research known co-working, because there's other co-working spaces.
Okay, known. I don't know where I put all these. Okay, I don't know if we're gonna look for it. Is that LLC, non-co-working?
No, yeah, KNOWN co-working. That looks right.
Okay, let's see. So I click search. And this is how it's gonna look internal, like when you look for it.
Okay.
I don't know if my internet is a little bit low or. Okay, that's fine. Well, I'm gonna try something different. So let's say, for instance, that we wanna look Like
hey, Ben and Jerry's.
Ben
and Jerry's.
Ben and Jerry's. Oh, the ice cream, right?
Open a franchise.
Okay, yes.
Ice cream.
Ice cream, yeah, no, I know. Okay, so I'm gonna just click Ben and Jerry's, and I think it's this one, like the first one with the incorporation. And I'm gonna look for it. And it's gonna give me all the information about this business. So sometimes it gives me the logo, the website. It gives me the coordinates too. And then the address, the name. And then here is where we can see like the company overview. So for most of the companies, you're gonna see all this, like very detailed information, especially for bigger companies. This is what I was saying, like the coordinates, it gives me where it's located. And it's kind of nice. All right, so this is key information. Like I say, it gives you a lot of details. But then you can go through here, like submenu, and look at other things. So for example, the industry details. So here we can get the next code, the secondary codes.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of like I was explaining last time with a Gale Business Planner, where you can see the industry types, and these are the different codes. So you can find all the codes and different related activities that they can, like for example, this one, ice cream and frozen desserts, but also it's an eating place and owners and lessors. So there's like different activities for the same company. Here is about the owners. So here you can see all the names listed as owners or presidents, vice president. There's different ways to like either clear the filters or see the information, or you can export the information to Excel.
Oh, you can. Okay.
Yes. So that's when we look for like different like type of company, I'm gonna show you that also is like really interesting. And you can go to like the different pages and you can basically see everything. Let's say what happened if I click in one person. Again, you can see like all the information, like the address. In this case, it's for the business, right? And you can look up at the phone number, and it's giving me the gender as well. I'm gonna go back. Some of them, not all of them, but some of them, they have the family tree as well. So if I click there, I can click. It says 895 total family members for this.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes. So it gets a little bit confusing, but I'm going to show you here. So it gives you like graphics of all the information. And then like, well, this one says new events. I think this is pretty new as well for things that have been happening. And again, repeats information about. So you can get a very, very detailed overview and report of a specific company.
Ah, I see. Okay.
I'm gonna go back to home, and I'm gonna search by just like an industry. So I'm gonna click here where it says industry.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say we wanna look for like, I don't know, party rentals.
Party rentals. Okay.
I'm gonna look here.
We're on a theme, I think. Now we have ice cream, party rentals.
I know. Okay, let's see if it's searching. Something is going on with my internet.
What are we thinking of?
I might go to the advanced search, but I don't know why it's happening. Okay, so something else that I would like to show is here where it says results will only include US companies. So you can unclick this and you can get companies around the world. So for maybe people doing research in another countries, this is like important. Okay, I'm gonna go to the advanced search because I don't know what is taking so long. Okay. All right, so here you can actually, there is different criteria. So you can look for the like company criteria by company, location, industry, size, financial information, or keywords. So let's say we want to look by the industry, but I don't know why it wasn't doing it just seconds ago. Okay. So you can look by industry here. You can include the US companies. You can exclude inactive companies from the results. And you can look for, like I said, like the codes before.
Mm-hmm.
Here you can have it a little bit more detailed. So let's say, for instance, are we looking for, I will say, maybe services here. It's very important that you always add 2 criteria. Okay, so right now, it looked like a ton, like millions of companies. So now we're gonna start narrow that search. So let's say I wanna narrow by location. I wanna search by state or city or county. So let's say I wanna search just by state and I wanna click only Connecticut. It's again very important that you add 2 criteria. And now it narrow the number of companies found. We can keep narrow that in other things. So let's say we wanna narrow by the size. When you narrow by the size, you can say, okay, choose criteria. You can go by sales, you can go by employment, you can go by the annual sales growth, you can go by the employees total or the facility size. So it's like a lot of types of criteria that you can choose. And this is like a general search. So let's say that I just want to search companies with no more than maybe 5 employees. So basically we're looking at small companies. So we can say less than or equal to. And again, one more time, I can add 2 criteria. Okay, there is a lot of companies. Let's go by the sales. So maybe the sales, I can say, okay, companies that they don't make more than 100,000 or 150,000 a year. I put it right now. Okay, perfect.
So for those of you just tuning in while you're looking at that, we are looking at a tool called Mergent
Intellect.
I know, I can never say Mergent Intellect. So this is basically a huge, very robust database where you can research for your organization, for an industry that you'd like to be in. You can research what's available in the area as far as your target audience, as well as your competitors. And then also, if anybody has any questions, just go ahead and put them in the comment section. And this is available through the New Haven Free Public Library, the digital toolbox. So we're learning about that now. Okay, that was my 30-second commercial.
No, it's okay. So it's giving me still a lot of company, but remember, we use a really general code. It was like just services. So I'm gonna actually narrow that a little bit more. And maybe I'm gonna go just by a city. So let's say we say just New Haven. And again, remember, this is very important because when I started using this database, I didn't know about these add 2 criteria. And I was like, oh, why are you giving me still the same results? And it's because you have to click here. It's like you keep adding to the search. All right.
So when you click on add to the search, it changes the parameters that you just gave it.
Yes.
Okay.
So here is all our search. And now we narrow a little bit to 2,497 companies found. So now I'm going to click here, search. Okay, so now I have a whole list of all the companies that they have like a single location. The sales are no more than 150. They're in Connecticut, they're in New Haven. And we can just like, well, we have a lot of results. So let's say I want to we can change this like the results per page. You can say 10, 25, 50. So let's say I do 50. And then here you can also scroll to the different tabs. So here we can say employees type. So this is between 5 and 10, and this is like less than 4. The ownership type. So mostly all of them are private.
Okay.
On the location, we narrowed to New Haven. But some of them, like here, they're branches. So we can see here in this chart that 2,390 are like single locations, and these are like another branch or another second location of maybe the main company. Industries. So let's see. This is where it gets interesting. So because we use a very general code to find these companies, now we can actually narrow by the different types, like beauty salons, for example.
Got it.
Or other services to buildings, or personal services, or fitness and recreational sports centers. So there's like, because we click very general to service. So here we can see all the companies related to that in New Haven with less than 150 in gross sales, and then less than 5 employees. And it gives like a very, very detailed overview. So let's say, for instance, I click here where it says beauty salons. Now it's gonna just list just the beauty salons in New Haven. The other cool thing is that you can also, well, in this case, we search single location Connecticut and sales, and right now is organizing the information by the sales, but you can organize the information by other things. Like you can organize the information by location or by the codes, or if they have, well, in this case, it's showing the phone numbers and if they have a website or not. Okay. So I'm gonna click again 50. So let's say I have a beauty salon and I'm looking for my competition in New Haven. These are all the hair salons in New Haven. Now I believe that we can keep doing. We can go back and forth on these types. So it's still showing me less than 4, 5 to 10 here. You can see the sales. And right now it's going like down. So I'm gonna click in one company to show you like how it looks like.
What that looks like, yeah.
So let's click in one that has a website as well. So if I click here, it's the same kind of information that we were looking before. So it's giving me the key information. We can see financial details. So we can see the historical financials, annual sales and employees. So it's giving me charts of how much they've been making from like 2010 all the way to 2020.
Wow.
So it's like
this has all the information.
Yes, and then it's giving me details as well as, and this is one company. Like we narrow the company until we just pick one, and we decided, okay, let's see how this company was doing. Let's say this company is across the street from where we're planning to open our business, you know. And it's giving me here the details from 2010 to 2020, how the sales growth, the employees. So apparently this is a really small company, 2 employees. More information on the year and the employees on site. So this is, like I said, like the financial details of only one company. Industry details, we have them here. And this is probably the person here, the owner. So let's see, I click here and it gives me the address and the phone number as well. How are we doing with the time? We good?
We're good with the time. It's 10 after 9, so we have a good amount of time.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna click home again. And I want to show you other search. So I want to show you really quick the Learning Center because I think it's important. There is help guides, how-to videos, and business templates. So these are the videos that I'm talking about. They're very short and they're to the point. So you can just click in one, how to build a file. This is like pretty much how I was showing you 2 seconds ago. The advanced search, and then the customer's lifestyle. So there's like some videos there to look at it. I'm gonna go here where it says residential search. And here you can look for people. So because I'm not gonna be looking for anybody else, I'm gonna look myself so everybody can see me.
All right.
I don't want anybody to say, oh, he looked at me or she looked at me. Okay, so my first name is Maria, and I'm gonna look for my last name. You can also do business search, phone number, or neighbor search. But I'm gonna just search like this, and I'm gonna, I don't know if it's gonna ask me for the address. I have not. Let me see. The state and the city. And I'm gonna search people. Okay. So this is all the people that with my name. So you can actually see pages of like people with your name. For some reason I'm in the first place. So let's say I click here. And it's giving me everything, like this is like people that I may know. So it's actually relating. For example, here, these are people that live in my house before. This is family. So it's like, it's so detailed, and it gives you so much information. So, and here he giving me all the addresses that I live in the past. So yeah, so you can look yourself and
so that gives you a lot of yeah.
It is, yes. It's like sometimes, I mean, like if you don't remember your addresses or where you lived before and you need to put them in.
It has that information.
Come to Mergent Intellect, yes. So it is very, very, very.
I was actually trying to think of all the places that I've lived. I've looked at a lot of addresses.
I know. So I'm gonna click here where it says neighbors. So here is the map, and here I can see all my neighbors. So I'm gonna just zoom in, and here it's giving me like the names and everything of my other neighbors. So if I don't know my neighbors, I'm a social person, but let's say I don't know my neighbors and I need to know their name, I can find them here. Same here, I can click in another address, and you can just go and narrow by, like here it's giving me all the neighbors, and it's giving me all the people that they live or they might live before in the past, in this address, and I can continue on the search. Okay, now what is this good for? If you're a company and you searching, let's say you want to just send a flyer or a brochure or a postcard to all the neighbors around as a company to do promotion, you can actually export this information and then send maybe one by address. So you have like a lot of addresses that you can just print the addresses, get the names, and then send them. So let's say I'm gonna click here to a random person. Again, I can see all the neighbors around. But there is something that I kind of like to, that if you go to where it says contact graph, it's opening up like a mind map.
Oh my goodness.
I know, that's what it said. It's like yes. So this person is related to all these people. You can also click these people and then go from there to another search. And also, this person lived in all these places in the past. So let's say I click here this is probably where they are right now, but let's say I click on this one. Now it's giving me the name of the person that is living now in this address. And you can kind of play with this. And if you're looking for someone or if you need like information on a specific thing, you can continue. I'm gonna go back here to the address actually. Just to the address. Okay. All right. That's fine. So this is what I wanted to show you about like the residential search. I'm gonna go back to the home. Okay. Residential search. I'm gonna show you here the demographics. So here basically what you can do is enter like a state. You can choose a county. Let's say I choose New Haven. And you can search for demographics. Now, here you're going to have different reports, and you can actually send them to your email. So, like demographics with facts, population with facts, household income by age. So, let's say, for instance, I'm interested in look at this report. I can just click PDF, and I can send it to my email. And while I'm talking about other things, the email probably gonna come through, and I wanna show you just how the report looks like. Okay, so the report was sent, and again, you can send different type of reports, or you can do the PDF, or you can do the Excel as well. All right, I'm gonna go back one more thing to home. And I want to show you the customer data here. Here is where you can find information about like individuals, about their lifestyles, hobbies, purchasing habits. So you can search by name, or you can click an advanced search. And there is all these categories. So general, location, housing, lifestyle, and customer detail. So let's say we go by general first. And I just want to choose maybe the area code, like maybe only 203.
Got it. Okay.
And now I'm going to add 2 criteria. All right. So now I'm going to look for location. So we can do map-based, state, city, MSA, zip code, county. You can do the radius. So let's say I want to do the zip code here. Maybe, I don't know, 065, 110. And you can choose the miles, within how many miles you want to be around. So let's say I want to say 10 miles. Add 2 criteria. Oh, valid data. Or maybe I delete this. Okay, add 2 criteria. Oh, it's not looking for it. Okay. Okay, so it's showing me an error, but I'm not sure why. So let's go by zip code here. 06410. Okay, so now it narrowed the people to 269. So I'm gonna close this one. I'm gonna go by housing. So we can choose by how much like the houses that they live are. Like let's say we wanna go between 100,000 to 150. I choose those 2 only. I'm gonna add 2 criteria. Okay, well in this case I found only 1 person. Let me make it more like, I'm gonna just say all these. Okay, 5. And then the other interesting thing, you can click by lifestyle. So this is where we call the marker search. Like if I'm into, I don't know, like I said, maybe party rentals. Okay, what type of people it might be interested that type of business. So for example, here I can click parenting and children interesting. So I'm assuming that people searching for that are gonna be parents, because they're gonna be probably renting a bouncy house. Or home improvement, or hobbies and home garden. So there's like a lot of categories that you can choose from, and then you can add them to the criteria. So I'm gonna change the location. I'm gonna just do it by the city. So let's say New Haven. Let me see when. Okay, this is one quick thing. I'm gonna I want to refresh this search really quick. I'm going to go home and I'm going to go back to customer data. I want to do it more general. So, because I want to show you, I'm going to just do New Haven criteria. Oh, okay. I think I need to refresh this search. Let me go back to home. Advanced search. I'm going to clear all. Okay. And now I'm going to go by location. I'm going to go by city. I'm going to click New Haven. To criteria. Okay, I don't know if it's something going on or not. What I wanted to show you, so the lifestyle here, you can click different like styles. So let's say I choose parenting, I choose hobbies, garden, home improvement, outdoors. I'm gonna add to criteria. And you also can here search customer details. So you can actually search by gender, by homeowners, if they are homeowners or renters. So let's say, for instance, that you are in the construction industry or landscaping industry, and you know probably that the people that are going to hire you are going to be homeowners rather than renters. You can click here, homeowners. So it depends on the type of business that you're doing. You might need one of the other. You can choose people if they married, single, or others. If they use credit cards, the ethnicity, the education. So there's like a lot of detail that you can do here for like searching people by the lifestyle. I'm not sure if someone got still here. Math base. So I'm gonna zoom here.
Oh, look at this.
I know this is this is with the map. Yes. So let's say I'm here in New Haven and I can choose New Haven. Zoom to. And I can put like markers like this and do just a research around like here. I'm gonna add to criteria. I wanna see if that changed. Okay, I don't know what it's giving me. Okay, now something was going like not working between like when I was choosing the location and now the map. But okay, so I choose like pretty much all around New Haven, and I did like the lifestyle with the hobbies, and inside hobbies it was like sewing, knitting, woodworking, photography, garden, home improvement, outdoors. Now let's say I want to choose only homeowners, 3,244, and let's say I just want to look for female. Okay, now I'm gonna click search. So this is all the people that I think are gonna be, I don't know, maybe buying my business or my service, my product or my service. So here is all the people that I can find using my advanced my advanced search. Again, you can we know we are in New Haven, but here is filter the results by like New Haven, West Haven, East Haven, Handem, and it's giving you the chart so you can also click.
So surrounding area.
Yes.
I like that they give you the visuals as well.
I know. That one is another.
That's where I'm at.
Yes. So let's say, well, we didn't really decide what type of business was, but let's say we were doing the construction or the landscaping. We choose the homeowners, and we choose people that like the outdoors, the garden, and the parent. I think we kept it in parents. So maybe, for instance, the people that most use the service is gonna be maybe, or I wanna just target people older than 60, or between 51 and 60. So here I can just say, oh, okay, I have 340 people that I can just send a mail. Let's say I click here on the 340, between 51 and 60. And he's gonna give me again, he's gonna narrow my search and give me only the 340 people. And it gives me the addresses and everything. So I'm gonna show you. So gender we did, area code we did, zip code. So here is by zip code. And again, yes, I love as well that is doing this, like all the charts with the colors and things like that. So let's say I wanna print this out. I'm gonna be making labels. I'm gonna be making flyers. I can export this, the whole research. Now, something to keep in mind is that you can only, and this is a small search, is 340 results, but you can only export 2,000 at a time. So let's say you have.
Good to know.
That's good to know. I know. So let's say, for instance, that you have a search that is like 7,500. You're gonna need to export 3 times by like 1 to 1,999, and then 2,000 to and like that to 300.
Yeah, I'm so cool.
Yeah, so that's really good to know. You're not gonna be able to export everything at once. So let's say I wanna export the results. It's gonna give me the option. And it says here, they updated for 2000 search. Oh, okay, so it was 2,000 before. They updated to 20,000 records.
Nice. Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna do this one, the CSV. I'm gonna export files. I'm gonna just save it to the desktop right now, and then I'm gonna open it. And I'm gonna show you. Okay, the extension, don't match. Like I said, I changed computers, so everything looks funny. But okay, so here is like the export information. Now you can play with this information if you wanna like set up like labels, like I said, to print, and then you don't need the phone numbers, and you can just print the labels. But or you can check if it's like repeat addresses, and then you can delete those. So let's say you're doing a mail, you just want to send maybe 1 mail per household. You don't want to send like 3 letters to the same house. So you can just narrow that too. But basically, yes, it's like, this is like market research. We just narrow people around New Haven. We narrow to females. We narrow to between 51 and 60 years old. And we narrow by some lifestyles, like outdoors, garden, home improvements. So we thinking that people is the one that they like to have their garden or landscape nice. And we narrow by homeowners. So we know we only doing homeowners. Okay, I think my other, the other search that we did for the demographics in New Haven, and it's 7 pages. I just open it, and this is household income by age. And very updated, is 2021. It's into the New Haven County, and I'm gonna just scroll down, and it's gonna give me a lot of information about the household totals. So you can see a little bit here, age 15 to 24, 25 to 34, 35 to 44, and then the income, how it changed. Income by age. I don't know why that page was blank. So here again is an estimate total by like 2021. So you can get like all these type of reports from Mergent Intellect as well. The cross age, within the age, the media house. So yeah, it's very, very robust.
Again, yeah, another very robust.
Yes. Let me and the other thing is with this database, I mean, in order to understand it like really, really, really well, you need to log in and spend some time. And again, you can search yourself, search your friends, just look for companies that you might know, just to know a little bit of how these work. The main things I just want to mention is just when you searching for something, don't forget to add to criteria like we did before.
Yeah.
Here we are in an advanced search, and then here you can search by like also women-owned, for example. Women-owned, and then we can say location. Let's say I don't know, Wallingford. Oh. Add to criteria. So now I'm doing like a general search or advanced search. Okay, women-owned, just in Wallingford, and remember always add to criteria, and then we can say industry. Let's say we want to do, I don't know, women in insurance and real estate. Add to criteria. And then the size, employment, annual growth, employment total. Let's say we want to do on sales, and we don't want to do more than 500. And then we go search. And it's gonna give me all the companies by women owned in Wallingford. Owner type, location. So it's basically, I mean, depends on what you're looking. You can know a specific what you're looking for and just search it, or if you don't know, you can just narrow at the point that you're happy with your search, and then export the results. Any other questions? Like I can maybe help.
Can you let us know once again how we can get a hold of you at Ives Squared, and because I know there's two ways you can actually.
Oh yes,
I'll let you talk about it. I mean,
I know, that's fine. I show you one more time. So you get to the website, nhfpl.org. This is our new website. We just launched a couple months ago, and I'm going to show you the main way. So you go you go to Ives Square, and even if you come into the library, if you come from the main entrance, it's a new space that we opened. I keep saying new space, but we opened about 3 years ago, and it's on to the right. So there's where you're going to find the exchange and the Tinker Lab. So the exchange is for the businesses and nonprofits, and then the Tinker Lab is for creatives and makers. And we here in the main page, then you can click here, Digital Toolbox. And you scroll down, these are all the databases for business and creative nonprofits. And here is Select. Yes.
And there it is.
Yes.
So people can either come into Ives Squared and sit at one of the computers and do their research.
Yes, so we do have these computers there for either using the databases or digital graphic design, or working on the business. So yes, you guys welcome to come, and we can help you with the search if you're looking for something specific, or if you're looking to many people, like you narrow your search like we did with the 340 results on the females homeowners in New Haven. And that is something that you can, once you export it and you can create your reports, you can plug it into into the Gale Business Planner for the like customer research or competition or stuff like that. Or like when we did like the beauty salons, and you have
Right.
I have 1,000 beauty salons in New Haven, and you can just put as an annex into the business plan. So you here in Mergent Intellect, remember that you're probably gonna need to use the username and password. But if you accessing already from the website, most likely gonna log in automatically, and then you access to Mergent Intellect, and it's gonna bring you to the website. And again, it's important to remember that you need to access through the website, through our yes. Okay, I'm gonna search. I'm gonna close this. I'm gonna go over here. Oh,
I'll just remove it there. We don't need to see that anymore.
I hope I wasn't too much like too confusing. Because it's a lot to do, but just keep in mind that is okay. So you can search by a company or industry. You can do the demographics reports. There is a learning center for videos if you wanna check it out and watch a quick 2-minute, 3-minute video. And then there is a residential research where you can look for like your neighbors, or you can look up your name, and you can look up to your previous addresses and your family relationships.
I muted myself for a second.
I hear it.
I know. I was like, can you hear that? Once again, thank you so much. So we have, just so that everybody knows, we have now gone through 3 platforms that are available with your New Haven Free Public Library library card. So the first one that we talked about was SEMrush. The second one was the Gale Business Plan platform, and this one is the Mergent Intellect. Not next week, but the following week, which I believe is August 10th, from what I remember, we're going to be talking about Creative Bug, which I went to the platform, I went to the application on my laptop to check it out, and I was like, oh man, I'm at work. So that's like a learning platform for all sorts of
for creatives and for makers, and and then I just want to say really quick, it kind of line up also with our next things that we're gonna be doing here in Ives Square. So we're hiring right now for a CIR and AR residents and entrepreneur in residence. I can show you really quick where the application is. We have time until
let me
July
on the screen for you.
Yeah, I can do it really quick. I have time to apply until July 31st. I believe we might extend a little bit the period time to apply.
Yeah. Can you do that? I'm not quite there yet.
So CIR, EIR. And we're gonna be focusing. So here you can apply to become a EIR or a CIR under the guidelines. But aligned with that, we're gonna be doing what we call the make to sell cohort. So basically, it's for people that wants to set up their online businesses, and it's kind of this combination of the Tinker Lab and the Exchange, where you can create something on the Tinker Lab, and Creative Bug is a perfect example of things that you can make to sell. And then the entrepreneur in residence will help to set up this online business and to sell. So for the people that is not interested in becoming a creative in residence or entrepreneur in residence, but you may be interested in setting up your business and having an online presence, either with Amazon or Etsy or other platforms, you can apply here and tell us your idea. It's a very easy application. You can do it in like a few minutes. Name, phone number, email, describe your idea. Very, very basic, and then you can submit it, and we can let you know if you got accepted. So yes, I didn't want to forget that. Very important.
So exciting. Thank you so much. Well,
So
once
much
again,
going on. And I just want to say, like, I mean, some people sometimes come and they don't have any idea of how many resources and how many things we offer for free. So just come to the library and we can explain everything to you.
Excellent. Well, once again, thank you so much. And as I said, we'll be having you back in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks,
so 2 weeks, and I'll have that information. I'll send you the video. The video is on YouTube. We're on Facebook. We're on the nhbknown.com/digital-tools. So I put that, I'm going to show that. That's right there. So there's the link. And I'll put it in the comment section as well. So there's 2 ways to get to that. Yeah, cool. All right. Thank you so much, Celeste.
I know. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. And I just, again, want to let everybody know that we have the Knownpreneurs coming up as well. So that application is actually going to be due August 5th. So I think that's next week. I'm not exactly sure of the day next week because I don't have my calendar in front of me. But the Knownpreneurs is the answer specifically to BIPOC business growth, a free 16-week mentorship and training cohort for minority-owned businesses. You can get there by typing in www.knownpreneurs.com or www.nhbknown.com/knownpreneurs, or you can just go to nhbknown.com and scroll down to the Knownpreneur tab. And we also wanted to just remind you that we are going to have a Connection Corner episode tomorrow, and that is at 2 p.m. So I'll put that out on the Facebook page, so you can tune into that. And I will have this up. I'm going to just share my screen one more time and show you where you can, oh my goodness, the screen sharing thing. Doing production and hosting at the same time is a talent that I'm not sure I have. Okay, here we go. I did it. So this is Digital Media Sync and New Haven Free Public Library Digital Tools series. So we have for entrepreneurs, for nonprofits, and here's where you can click to register to watch the Creative Bug August 10th at 8:30. And if you click on that, it takes you over to the registration page, or you can just come to Facebook or YouTube and watch it there. And we have, we do archive all the videos for you to see. So just put your first name, last name, and email. What are you looking to learn? Submit it, and you're ready to go. And we'll do that. Okay, so I'm going to sign off. See you in a couple of weeks. Bye.